Camila Del Rio, and I'm in 10th grade.
Abby Munoz, and I'm in 11th grade.
Corbin Riley, and I'm in 11th grade.
Isabel Wong, and I'm in 11th grade.
Terry Green, and I'm a senior.
Luke Grismer, I'm a junior at CSHS.
Cedric Gonzalez, and I'm a sophomore.
Peyton Cashton, I'm in 9th grade.
Tiffany Parkerson, the proud principal of College Station High School.
I'm involved in orchestra student leadership, BPA, HOSA, speech and debate, UIL academics, a new club named YAF, and JSA.
So, in school, it's just band, and out of school, I do ballroom dance.
I'm a part of the girls' soccer team, and I'm also in Stuco.
I'm currently on the College Station High School Shredders dance team.
I'm involved with football, track, and potentially powerlifting.
Just football as of now.
I'm in soccer, and I just joined Stuco, but mainly soccer. I really like the team aspect, and the coaches there work really hard to be there.
I'm involved in band and in art as well.
I like to bake, and I like to write in my journal as well as take pictures for all of my friends.
I normally like to relax. Sometimes I like to write and spend time with friends.
I like to work out. I like to help others in need. I like to do stuff like that.
I like to draw, and I like to practice my instrument.
Inclusion is like inviting or like including everyone in like social gatherings, like making sure they're not alone in any like specific way.
Inclusion is about making sure that everyone feels welcome and connected in our school community.
I guess to me, inclusion would be like going out of your way to find somebody new to hang out and talk to.
Inclusion is attempting not to leave somebody out.
Like different clubs and being able to be a part of that, and such as like athletics and theater and all that stuff.
I would say like during like pep rallies, like making sure everyone is like not alone and making sure everyone feels super welcome in like that type of environment.
A school is inclusive when you see different groups of people, people from all different backgrounds, different facets of our community coming together and interacting and feeling like they are all part of something greater than themselves, which is they're all part of our Cougar family. Social isolation is the opposite of inclusivity. It's that feeling of loneliness, a lack of being connected, not knowing where you fit and feeling like you have friends and a community and a family who you're a part of.
Being new to an area, not having very many contacts, not having very many friends.
Social isolation means excluding someone from an activity and being like lonely.
Well, what I like to do is I like to ask people what they're going through or if they need any help, and that way I'm able to connect with them a little bit more.
You can prevent that by seeing anyone sitting by themselves. You can go up and talk to them, or if you see anyone in class you don't know, just reaching out to people you're not really comfortable with or people that aren't your friends, and just be open to have new friends and talk to new people.
I think including people who feel socially isolated starts with just being aware of others. Looking up from that cell phone to see the person who is sitting at lunch alone and being invitational to that person. Looking for opportunities to connect, to include, and to make sure that everyone knows that they belong here, and that even though we don't necessarily have the same political or religious views, we don't all look the same. We are unified as Cougars, and we all belong together here in this community, and our differences are in fact what make us stronger. A stereotype is when people judge books by their cover and jump to conclusions.
Whereas stereotype, I'd say it's an unfair grouping of people based on like something that one of them has that's like weird or different.
I think it's a label. It's like different labels that people put on groups or on people.
Stereotypes are, they're not fair. They're descriptions of a large portion of a population, but they may not be accurate for every single member of that population.
I think stereotypes come from lack of firsthand experiences.
Let's say like there's one person in like a race or just like anything, like one person in a group and like they're like, oh, that person's blah, blah, blah. And then people are like, oh, what if like that person's like that too? And so they start like thinking everyone's the same thing.
I'd say like how stereotypes start is one person or like one person that like identifies with a group acts or is different, and then everybody just is like, oh, because that one person did that, like the rest of them are that way.
Definitely that I look younger than I actually am.
People think because I'm in like sports and stuff, I'm not that smart, but I work hard to keep my grades up.
Well, people are like, you're Asian, so you have to be smart, and obviously that's just not true. While a lot of people do have an emphasis on education and stuff, it's not really something that applies to everyone, and it's kind of hurtful when people diminish like your own accomplishments by just pointing out that it's because of your race.
As a woman in leadership positions, they immediately jump to, you know, oh, you're in education, oh, what do you teach? Then I follow up with, I'm the principal, and they're very surprised, like what? And then of a 5A high school, they're even more shocked. And so I think that we often draw our own conclusions before we ask the question.
I think to just always keep an open mind, just never forget that the people you encounter in your everyday lives are real people, and that it's not just something that you can throw away because it's other people's lives that are really important too.
One way people could prevent stereotypes is simply just, finding somebody that you normally don't have in common and just spark a conversation.
A key thing that we can do to prevent stereotyping is to enter any conversation that we go into with an open mind and an open heart, ready to really listen to what the other person is saying. A hello and a smile behind the mask and with the eyes is a great invitation to a conversation. The more open we are with our body language, with the tone of our voice being positive, the more likely we are to really truly embrace one another and get to know one another.